Hi, my name is Bimpe Femiyowo. I am Nigerian and I have been nominated in the Emerging Leader of the Year category at the 2024 Pioneer Awards. I am the CEO and founder of Edward Consulting, an educational consulting firm that has helped Africans from countries like Nigeria, Ghana, Uganda, Malawi, and many others access quality higher education overseas at an affordable rate. Through my leadership, Edward Consulting has helped secure over $20 million in scholarships. That's about 22 billion in Naira for Africans to study their undergraduate and graduate programs globally in institutions like Oxford, MIT, Cambridge, Columbia, Yale, Toronto, and many others. Edward Consulting is also enabling first generation Nigerian students study abroad through the Edward Adefemi Oyewo Scholarship Initiative, which provides financial support for Africans from low-income families to study abroad. We cover all the financial implications and all the application-based fees such as visa fees, tutoring, SAT, as well as application fees to ensure that this student can access quality education. And through this initiative, we've been able to secure over $2.4 million for students who are so deserving, but who without this would not have been able to access quality education. Thank you.
I was raised by educators. I value learning, and I like to be a part of an organization that is about promoting access to learning and promoting access to growth.
Hi, I'm Courtney Temple. I'm honored to be a finalist as Emerging Leader of the Year in International Education. When I first joined IIE, Institute of International Education, years ago, I didn't have that much familiarity in the space. But one of the things that I continue to be excited about is the passion that the peers that I work with, the individuals that I work with within IIE have about just expanding both programming, equitable practices, access, everything related to community building and partnerships that really just enriches and expands international education and exchange and opportunity for all. So I'm very thankful because I truly believe that when education transcends borders, it opens minds and it enables peoples to go beyond just building connections and moving on to solving problems together. And ultimately, that leads to a more peaceful and equitable world.
Hi, my name is Kelly Davis, and I am honored to be a finalist for this year's Pioneer Award for Emerging Leader.
My journey in international education began in 2018 as a study abroad and career services advisor. Since then, I've pursued a master's in higher education in Norway, where my research looked at the impact of intra-regional research partnerships in sub-Saharan Africa and their impacts on climate and development. I also began leading the production of a podcast called Thesis on trends in higher education systems in international spheres. In our current season, we look at international student mobility from different perspectives around the world. For the last 2 years, I have volunteered with CANI, the Climate Action Network for International Educators. CANI is a global network dedicated to integrating climate action into IE. We seek to enable our sector through education, resources, and advocacy to act on climate.
In 2022, I led Climate Action Week, and I currently serve as treasurer on our global board, managing our finances and strategizing with the rest of the executive team.
Recently, I've worked with UNESCO ESOLC to research and analyze global data on higher education policies, and with Alethea Global Cooperative to support institutions and organizations in transforming the IE sector to be more equitable and sustainable.
Looking ahead, I'm excited to support international educators using my skill sets in strategic thinking, data and policy analysis, research, student mentoring, and my ability to get things done. Ultimately, to make our operations greener, develop sustainably minded graduates, and decrease our impact on the planet. Thank you for considering me for this award, and best of luck to all of the finalists.
Hi, I'm Matthew Zonas, Director of Marketing and Recruitment at Insudri University. Firstly, I'm very thankful to the PI organization for having me shortlisted as a finalist for the Emerging Leader of the Year category at the 2024 Pioneer Awards. I'm currently here at my home in New Jersey at Drew University and excited to tell you all a little bit more about myself. Over the past 7 years and my time at Drew, I've been able to spread the wonders of a liberal arts education to students from all parts of the world, from Albania to Zimbabwe to everywhere in between. Prior to my time at Drew, I've had the experience and the privilege of living in Kenya, Thailand, and Vietnam. And in all aspects of my journey, I've been able to understand what a privilege it is to have a world-class education and to share it with others. There's a Kenyan Swahili proverb that I love, kupotea njia ndio, njia njia, which is to get lost and to learn the way. And in my life, I especially feel that way. Hope to see you all at the Pioneer Awards in just a couple days.